the Meg.TV, bro, because that's where it's at, yo. That's where it's at, yo.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Madness Countdown. We are here today with our boy, Mr. Chris Brown. And what are we going to do? We're going to talk about the last hour of the Slasher campaign. What's up? What's up, Chris?
Quite a bit. Enough to keep everybody busy for a while. And I've learned to never do 3 in a row again.
Hey, I know you like to work, but sometimes you just got to take a break, bro.
Yeah.
You just got to,
Yeah.
Please, everybody, if you see this stream live, wherever you see it live, please share it out on all your socials, because this is the last hour, the countdown of the Slaughterville novel, The Slasher. And we want as many people to see this going out as possible. So please, I ask you, please, and please again, share this out. Share out this link I'm about to drop over here. Oh, that I did drop over here. Share that link out right there too. All right.
60 little minutes.
Be the awesome comic people I know you all are. Get this thing seen. Just get it seen.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to 50 backers before the show's over. That'd be cool. Get a
That would
couple.
be. Yeah.
Should we
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, should we put some kind of a hello, some kind of a happy on somebody if we get to 50? What should we do?
I don't
What
know.
should we
That's on the
do?
spot. I don't know.
Let's see. I was thinking last night, and I was like, it'd be really cool. It's like a backer reward that every time you get to 50 backers, you spin the wheel. Somebody's book is free.
You did see, and I don't know if you did or not. I have to pull them up. The cards.
The new cards?
Yes. Okay.
But you can still show everybody and talk about it. We got an hour. We got to tell them about all of it.
Yeah, I was just getting it all prepped while we were doing this.
Yeah.
So this one was the first card for the story game where Dante started off at the carnival, and he. I'm
gonna make that come to life, dude. Dante is going to go to a Lunatics Fringe show and help them set up.
Mm-hmm.
Dante is going to be a road tech for Lunatics Fringe at some point in the future. I promise you. We will bring this card to life. I'm not going to work for the carnival, though. Forget that.
Right. Yeah, you were running the Dante was running the Spinatron, like the Vortex one, whatever it is that sucks you to the wall, whatever the other places call it. And then Karen came up, and she was by herself. Nobody else was in the carnival at the time. And then you let her in there. You saw somebody going into one of the other rides, decided to follow them. And
just left Karen going round and round and round and round.
Oh yeah, completely like, yeah, let her go. She'll be all right.
I can hear her screaming. She doesn't know my name yet, so it's not Dante, Dante.
Yep. And then so you come out of there after the adventures inside happen. You find a wrench. You get chased by monsters, and you meet this guy. If anybody knows Pariah, Doc's Golem.
Oh, yes. The Golem.
Yep. And eventually, after you find out that her car was destroyed, she gives Dante, she says Dante, because he was such a good help, that he might be a good, helper, offers him a small 2-bedroom house on her property next to the pool. And she comes out to him one day and says, I got us something, and she got the van, and that's the intro of the van, and it ends with, by the way, we got this letter from the mayor about investigating the asylum. So it'll lead right into.
Yeah, it's like she goes right to thinking Dante works for her. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. And if you want to read the whole thing, it is still up here on the campaign, and we'll get into all the other stuff on it. But it is up there. I just called this one New Friends because I do a story one for each campaign. And it has the whole story of Dante. You got to make choices, where he went, what happened to him, and all the way out through until you get
not near enough people read that and participated. I'm just saying, people were trying to add some fun stuff. Participate.
Yep. Yeah, like after you guys were running away from the carnival, Karen's running along. She was like, "Okay, we have to stop." And she's, of course, breathing heavy and everything else. Yeah. She goes, "I need a latte." Dante, a latte? We're getting chased by monsters, man. I can't do the voice. But yeah, it was pretty fun. And then, what else I did? What else I did, because I wanted to give a preview of book 3, since I'm about 4 or 5 chapters into writing that one already.
Right.
I added, these weren't part of anything. I just created a couple of new cards. One for the mayor's old homestead. Yes. That was off in the woods. It was decrepit, decayed. He left it to rot. So I put that in there for you. And the pit, which is where, if you know the cannibals at all, that's their roasting pit. And that's
the pit. It's lunchtime. Is everybody hungry?
So you'll be able to add this. You'll be able to attach it to your villain. And it's going to come in, phrasing, one of these nice foily packs, just like the other one did. I know it's
nice foily packs. I actually have one right here. Novel 1 promo pack.
Yep. And there's still some of these available. And if you did get book 1 in this, I will make sure you get one of these packs, even if I have to order more. But thankfully, as we order and print in the United States of America, we get our stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah, they come to us fast. We get them out to you fast.
Like a prom night.
I got to ask you, Chris, have you read Dees Casillas' Kill Stan yet?
No.
I started reading it, and I came to a just bust me up laughing page. Now, this was written before Dees knew who Lori was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before he knew who Killer Karen was, before any of this. And there's a page in the book where some people are shooting at him and they're missing, and he's like, "Man, you guys are really not good at your job. Do you have a manager I can talk to?" I was just like, what the hell? Is Stan Karen's cousin?
I'm
just saying. Wonder. He's such a Chad. I hope you're watching, Lori, because I don't know if you saw that either. Yeah, it's like that. It's that, like, right at that part of the book where he's shooting.
Huh.
I was cracking up. Can I talk? You got a manager I can talk to? I'm like, get out of here.
I'll check that one out.
Totally. I mean, I just started reading it, and it was there, right? Like, right at the beginning, and I'm like, sometimes my people crack me up, man. I can't help it, But let's go, people. Now, I am going to drop the link over here. Anybody wants to come hang out with Chris, tell him congratulations or anything like that, you are welcome. You are more than welcome. Hang out. For about another 50 minutes.
It's not long.
And then we are going to go right from this show to Lori's show.
Mm-hmm.
She might be running slightly late. She's aware of that. It's all good. So if you're expecting her at 11, expect her at 11:10. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I was just talking to her. Apparently, she's regretting the decision to paint her entire room.
Oh, on a whim last night, I'm going to paint my room? No.
Yeah.
That's not how you do it. You plan everything out when it comes to home remodeling, repairing, refurbishing. You always plan it out because it involves moving a lot of stuff, waiting for things to dry, cleaning up big messes. It always ends up being more than the day you thought it was going to take. So plan it out. Plan it in
I
advance.
remember I was when I was younger, I used to be able to run and jump through the mountains like a goat almost. And the little girl, she dug a pond out in the backyard, like a koi pond kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, we'll go out, we'll collect mountain stone, we'll put it all around the pond, it'll be all nice, right? I start climbing this mountain. Now I go up there because I don't want the kids around all the rattlesnakes. But I don't care. It ain't gonna hurt me any. So I start climbing, I start chucking mountain stone down. And I'm like, well, you know what? I used to climb that very thing. I get to the top of that, I almost wanted to die.
Yeah. I used to run up
like,
this
is
thing every
not the
day.
same. I know. This is not the same as it used to be.
That's
I
funny.
think somebody changed the landscape.
My brother used to live right at the bottom of the Sunny Slope Mountains in Phoenix. And we used to walk up them things all the time, right? Man, summertime, Phoenix climbing.
Yeah, that's 12,000 degrees.
It's something you grow out of as you get older. People be falling out on them trails all the time. Yeah, that's the mountain right there, right above Sunny Slope High School.
This is what I do. I do this techie stuff.
That's the mountain right there. A little east of there is where we used to climb, but yeah, that is the little mountain set. They call them foothills. They're not really mountains.
Yeah.
They're 1,500 feet high. They're not, huge, but it's a good hike, for the fitness buffs. But man, the summertime, that sun, people bake out up there, man. They dehydrate. They got to send the chopper. You got to send the chopper to get them because there ain't no running a stretcher up a 1,500 foot foothill, right? You send the chopper.
Yeah.
It's funny. And them chopper rides, they cost a lot of money. Don't get caught half dead on the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I know somebody was just taken away in life flight. It is not a cheap experience.
No. Ambulance rides aren't cheap. What do you think a chopper cost?
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I think the last ambulance ride cost me about $750 for a half hour
That's
ride.
not bad. Chicago Med said they think you get $4,000 or some dumb shit they got in.
Oh my god! No thanks.
Somebody
I'll get a bike.
Yeah, I'm like,
no,
no
I'll get
ambulance
there
ride.
eventually.
Only ride I'm taking is in a hearse, yo.
And even then, don't come for me till I'm ready. I ain't ready yet.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I got too much work.
Too much shit to do.
Exactly. Don't bother me yet. Yeah.
Now, I noticed some popping over there on the YouTube channel too. We have, man.
Oh, really?
Subscriber wise, we're taking off over there. I don't know why. Suddenly we're like just, dink, 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 dink. Every time I look, we got a new subscriber. So thank you.
Maybe the algorithm got out of its own way.
Maybe. I just want to let them know, it's like the YouTube channel is cool and all that, but it is a beta test. It is a beta test. Most all of our programming will be on Roku, so
yeah,
we love you, but don't get too attached to this. This will be more for live events.
There it is.
I think we'll use the YouTube channel for live events more.
Oops.
Then just the shows will all be on Roku and everywhere that the showrunner wants them to be, obviously. But our YouTube channel will probably be more for just live events and stuff, live events and stuff.
And they can find it all right over there.
And that's where the real action is going to be happening, right there.
Oh, is the poll over?
Yeah, there should be a new one up or going up. There should be. No, that's the old one still.
Yep.
Kitty.
I voted here. I'm sorry, I did. I voted here.
They did start a new one this last Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday before last, actually. I wasn't there. I was out, I was gone that day. I don't even know, can't even remember what the topic is, to tell you the truth. When I put something in somebody else's hands to deal with, I just, I trust in them to handle it, and I go on about what I'm working on,
If it were not for alphabetical, there's no way that my name would deserve to be next to this one.
What? You remember what you said a minute ago about 3 in a row? Your name most definitely belongs up there because you're getting work done. You're getting work done. You're getting books, games, cards, all this shit in people's hands quicker than anybody else is, dude. So, yeah, you deserve to be up there.
Escargot was already fulfilled. That's already done. Even though we ended it in February, most Kickstarters are taking 2 and 3 years. Sorry, we ended in February. We shipped it in April.
Right.
The wife is big into the church, and she they ran a raffle, and I put an escargot up for raffle, and they were pretty happy to get it. I also put some Slaughterville stuff up there too, which is really funny seeing that at the church. But they liked it, so Gone Hunting, escargot, and Slaughterville is now out there even further, so that's always good.
All the game.
Yeah, everything's out there, man.
All of it. Right?
I should have.
Why are we looking at your website without your stuff, dude? Why are we looking?
I just wanted to show. I got this in the hoodie.
Yes.
And I wish I could wear it anymore, but it's 1,000 degrees out. I'm not a fan of t-shirts, but it'll be good for next fall.
You bought a seasonal shirt. What did you expect?
Hey, all that means is I have to get another one. I have to get a summer shirt. I like this one.
The baseball jersey. Now, we can put other things on the baseball jersey, right? I mean, if you like that style, but you want some other piece of art on it, just let me know. We'll tell Constable. Yeah.
All right.
We are very custom. Whatever you see, we want you to have the shirt, hoodie, cup, whatever. We want you to have what you want. So if you see a piece of art on a coffee cup and it's not available on a shirt, holler at me. If you see a new piece of art, somebody draws in the drawstring, that's a madness piece of art, and you want it on something, holler at me. We do that, custom stuff, man. We want you to have what you want. So definitely. And this is something you want. If you didn't know, I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
This is a book you want.
Yeah, you can get the first one either in this campaign that we have now. You can get it there. It's an add-on. Or laughingrogue.com has all the books listed from the RPGs.
What do you mean?
If you want to reach out and say, hey.
That's the second best picture I ever seen of you. What are you talking about? You want to see the best picture I ever seen of you?
What's that?
I had to dig it up real quick, but I'll show you. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll get it.
No, I figure. And then for the campaign, again, we're ending in 40 some minutes. We're going to be. I have these bookmarks already. I have to order this other bookmark that we're throwing in, but I like the pictures. I wanted to give Mark McKenna's picture another throw out there. So we do that, and then we got the reviews for the slashers, reviews for the Beast Within. It talks about all the different characters inside. And it honestly, if you've read the graphic novel versions of any of these, it's different. It is so different from them that it's.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like the director's cut.
When you have a chance to flesh out the description with more words,
yeah,
you're definitely going to get stuff that's not even visible.
Yep.
In
people die
that there's going to be
that you didn't expect. Events happen that did not happen before. it's all just out there. Now, this here's another thing. Speaking of things that are way out
hold
there.
up. Hold up. Look at the screen now. Look at the screen.
Yeah.
That's my favorite picture of Chris right there. It's at the table doing his job, right? Doing his job. Yeah. I like it.
Down in Georgia.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest to dock I've ever been.
Yeah, me too.
We'll have to ride that. I told Kat, I said, I know I get off topic. I'm like a squirrel and shit. I don't care. I told Kat last night, I said, because we were watching something and it mentioned Oklahoma. And I said, yeah, I'm really want to do this whole go down to Slaughterville, Oklahoma and take pictures there just to, I don't know what the town's like or anything, but I want to go there just to go.
It has to be a madness event. Look, it has to be a madness event. We bring Dante goes down. We got to get Lori to come up as Karen. Rent a black van.
She's only an hour. She's only a couple hours away.
Yeah, we rent a black van, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We go to Slaughterville.
That's right. That's my plan. I'm gonna do it. It's just I gotta get the rental car.
Yeah, Dante is down. He'll go.
Yep.
And if you plan it on a weekend when Lori's already doing some kind of Oklahoma Comic-Con, then we just slide up right in there on her, you know. Hey, we got shit to do.
Yeah, if there's a con down that way, we can all just go to that and then shoot over on an afterthought, like on an after stream. Yeah, that would be fun. I'm willing to do it.
Me too. I like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And look, after doing the golf thing, I really want to do more live events. I really do, because that was so much fun.
Well, you get to do a lot of them. I saw when you're going to not only the golf thing, but also the cons up in your area. You're blessed with quite a few of them.
Well, there's 3. There's 2 Grand Rapids cons, and then there's the Hall of Heroes con. I might add Capital City to that this year. That's in July. And we're definitely doing Ditko Con, and we're tabling up or boothing up and actually broadcasting the whole show like we did down in Savannah. We're going to broadcast all day from the floor at Ditko Con in September. So, yeah, more live events, more. You want to see Pop somewhere, tell your local people you want to see Pops there. I'll be there. I'll bring friends. I will. I just want to have a good time, you know.
Yep.
12 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting here with you, and I'm like, all I hear is click, 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 click. And I'm like, oh, that hard drive's about to go. I know it's not. I thought at first it was the fan, but I've already cleaned
I do got the little box backup if you need it in between it dying and you picking up a new one. We do got the little box backup. And that thing ran it ran everything in that little box. I was blown away. I was like, a little tiny thing. But yeah, it was running everything. Thursday morning, everybody. We also do gaming, Madness Gaming with this guy right here, Mr. Brown. And we've done a bunch of different stuff. We do live RPGs, tabletop games. Chris does reviews and demos and all that. Right? So the Thursday morning Madness Gaming with Chris Brown. Right now we're doing RPG streams, but sometimes you'll find other stuff there. He'll demo tabletops and all kinds of stuff. So Thursday morning, you don't want to miss that if you're a game guy or gal. You don't want to miss it. It's good fun.
Mm-hmm. And if I had the time, I'd do a separate review and a separate RPG one, but I just don't have the time for that one right now. So we'll have to combine them.
Well, we doing our own RPGs right now. I mean, I like jumping off and doing Arkham. That was kind of cool, but I still love the fact that we have yours that's something that's already here that we can use. That's not. Look, it's independent.
Yeah.
Everybody should know me by now, right? I love the independent stuff, and this is better than most of the games I played.
Now you have a game coming out
good
tomorrow. Tomorrow you have a stream.
Yeah,
tomorrow's Wednesday.
NEM's game stream. We're going to do some Goblins Dust something. It's like a 1 through 3 level campaign. We're going to create new characters. We're going to build up to the campaign that he wants to do. You know what I mean? So we're going to do a couple of them low level campaigns and build our characters up a little bit. And then we'll do the one that he wants to do, that he wants to build up to, because everybody didn't have a go-to character in the right level.
Yeah.
So we got noobs. But it's fun. We have a blast doing what we do, people. And this will be NEM's first time running a campaign on the network. And when I can say, yeah, man, we got 3, 4, 5 different people running campaigns, we'll always have a campaign running, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I want. Look, I just want it so that we always got cool shit going on. It's pretty simple.
Yep.
This just happens to be one of the things I really, really like. And look, when I was a teenager, and I have friends out there, they might not be watching right now, but they're still friends of mine on Facebook, that we were teenagers together. We didn't do this. We didn't play D&D. They didn't know I had a comic collection in my room. They didn't know the nerd part of Pops. Because none of them were into it, right? So I didn't get to D&D as a kid much at all. Okay, in my 20s, my cousin and I started messing around with the Marvel dice game, and some of the ones from back in the 80s and 90s, right? And we played those. But I never really got to get into any decent D&D campaigns. That one that Max did, that 39-week-long Tomb of Annihilation, that was the longest campaign I've ever been part of. And that's what I want. I want campaigns where our characters continue to grow and we continue to move on, right?
It is.
I'll be right back. I have a washing machine going crazy over there.
All right. I didn't even hear it, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe it was just me. But yeah, no, if you want, we also do this custom cover thing where Lori, she's addicted to doing covers, and she offered to do one for, I got to turn off this virtual background. Sorry. This way you can see stuff. None. There we go. Yeah, so she did this one for The Beast Within, the first book. This one was my copy, obviously. And then she's now doing one for the Slasher. And these are your different options. You can either have, what did I call it? Forest Green. What the heck was it? Bloody Red, Forest Green, or Lake Blue. Which when you read it, you'll get why we picked that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, we have the axe on the cover. Just like for this one, we had the Wolf at the Moon cover, because this was The Beast Within. It was our werewolf one. And I'm glad she's doing them. She even painted the freaking edges of the paper for us, which was pretty awesome. That I can't do this, and that's why I'm glad she offered it. I'm glad I can send it down to her. I get the hard covers in. I send them down. She does videos of ripping the covers off because she's sadistic, and then she puts the new covers on. All good.
Yeah.
And this
I
one
actually have I have a nice little collection of Slaughterville books right here. The proof copy, which I proofread, of Beast Within. Now I want you guys to notice that the beast within ended up being twice thick as what I had proofread.
I do that.
It did come to me again twice as thick. But then we also have the slasher right here, which what?
How many pages are in that one?
Which one?
The slasher.
The slasher we have 437, 439 is the final page.
Good. That's
439 people. 439 pages of book, and this dude's doing games and graphic novels and every other damn thing too. That's what I'm saying. Yes, your name belongs up at the top of that list with those other people, whether it's alphabetical or not. And dude, the stuff you do is fun, right? The stuff you write is fun. The games you create are fun. And anybody that's out here, and that if that's not what you're chasing, if you're not chasing something to entertain you, something that's fun, that's going to make you laugh and smile and come back for more, then what are you doing here? It's like, come on. This is all about having fun, people. All of it is all about.
The final page count is 447.
Oh, so you added some pages to that one too?
As always. Yeah.
Not as many though. Huh?
No, not as many as that one. But yeah, you can get your PDF copy. You can get your soft cover, hard cover, both books in the soft cover, both books in the hard cover. Trifecta, custom hardcover. And since we hit over the 1,500, we're going to get that McKenna sticker in there.
Nice.
I would have liked to have gotten the audiobook. We still can. We still got a few minutes. If somebody wants to jump in.
See, I would love to get the audiobook just because I want to be Dante.
Yeah, I want to do it like a cast with characters, with sound effects and everything, because I can do all that. That's not hard. It takes time, of course, but it's not hard.
Like the old radio shows, right? You remember they used to do those old radio shows? They did them live, dude.
I listen to them all the time. OTR is what they call them now, old time radio. And
they did those live. They didn't tape and play that. They were right there in the studio with their lid jars and stuff that they made sound effects with and everything, right? They had it all there laid out in the studio. Dude.
That's where I discovered Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce in Sherlock Holmes. And I saw they did movies with those two, and I'm like, these guys are always my Sherlock Holmes and Watson. So
see, for me it was Barnabas Collins because Mom listened to that Dark Shadows all the time.
Yep.
Right.
Dark Shadows. Yep.
For me, it was Barnabas Collins. It's not like I would sit by the radio and listen like they did, but it was always in the background. It was always in the background. So no matter what I was doing, I was getting a full dose of Barnabas. So I posted a short the other day.
Okay.
From the golf course. And it starts out at regular speed and then slows down to super slow motion. And I don't know why. I have no idea what I'm saying in it because it's whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's weird.
It's like, and then at the end, it goes back to full speed again. It's like, what the hell? But I posted it and I titled it "When Crom Attacks" because I didn't know what I was going.
Yeah. But yeah, these kind of things got me interested in the noir stuff too, just because of the feel and the style of them from back then. But if you want, I can send this to you because they got the old Batman, the Blue Beetle, Flash, all the old stuff.
Yeah, the old stuff.
I like them. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there it is. The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Shadow, Sam Spade, all the good stuff.
And a lot of that stuff is in book form.
Yeah,
a lot of it. You can just buy it and read it. But yeah, the old time radio shows were killer, man. Yeah. You look back on that stuff with nostalgia, right? You're
Yep.
like, man, I missed this, man, I missed that. And that's when you get people like Chris going, I want to do the audio book and I want to do it like an old time radio show. I think what we're calling it an audio book is probably not quite. It's not. It's
a dramatization.
It's well, you could call it that, but I mean, it's a performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, it's when you got everybody doing different voices and you got the sound effects and all that. That becomes a live performance, a live audio performance of Slaughterville.
Yeah.
You see, it's like a play for a blind person.
Right. There's a company that I really like, and I don't have anything to do with them, of course. But it's this graphic audio place, and their thing is a movie in your mind, because they do it exactly like I'm looking for, is with that full voice acting, full sound effects and everything else. And they have.
But see what you just said, movie in my mind. That's how I judge. That's how I judge the ability of an author. If your writing has me watching a movie in my mind, you killed it. Nice. You see what I'm saying? If I can see the characters, if I can see what they're doing, if I can see the scene, if your writing gives me the whole picture and I can just see the movie in my mind, then you're a killer fucking author. Okay. Because that's how I judge it. It's like, what takes me out? What takes me out of it? If I can read your book and you're not taking me out of it all the time, you're a good author, right? Okay, if you got a good proofreader so that I'm not going, holy crap, how many words you going to misspell on this page? Yeah. Then you're probably a good author if you think about all these things, right? Think about it from the reader's point of view. You giving them everything they need to get your story? If you are, then hell yeah, But it's like you got to give them everything. You got to make that movie in their mind.
And I have a few foundational principles. Few things I have to do when I'm doing any of this kind of writing. Is one, I do write it like I'm watching them tell me the movie, or they're telling me their story, and I'm putting it down, right?
Right.
But I'm not. I used to be afraid of this way, way back when I first started, but not anymore. Get rid of the things that just don't make sense. For instance, don't ever put in parts of a plot where it's just so this can happen. If you ever put something in there that's just so something else can happen, there has to be a reason for everything. Why? Yeah. And people have to act and speak realistically. I read something not last night. I'd be a lie. I read something the night before, and the art was fine. It was a recent comic I read, but the dialogue, nobody sounded like a real person. They sounded robotic or
AI. Yeah,
almost. Yeah, and it just didn't feel real. And I'm sure that's just because the person might be new at it, which is I'm forgiving of it, of course, but that kind of thing tears me out of a story in a minute. If the dialogue doesn't sound like something a person would actually say.
Yeah.
Like for instance, in it's going to be a slight spoiler, but it's in the very beginning of this slasher book. Two people are walking and one person trips over a body and falls into some blood. Okay. The one guy says, "Are you trying to get hepatitis?" And the other guy says, "Well, yeah, but your mom keeps ducking my calls." And then, something quick snapback. Some people would naturally say this kind of thing to be smartasses if they're friends,
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. What do you think you are doing? No, you have to make it sound natural.
Yeah, it's like and people that always had that. Do I look like I care?
Mm-hmm.
I always hated that.
Yep.
I always hated when people said that. So I came up with something to say back. Somebody says to me, "Do I look like I care?" I say, "Do I care how you look?" They don't ever say that to me again. Ever.
Mhm.
Ever. Because no, I don't care how you look either. You know? You gotta have that kind of wit. You gotta have
Yeah.
that
Your people should be your characters should be real people to you. They have to be real to you. If they're not real to you, they're not going to come off as real to anybody else. And I'm not saying that you're a delusional psychopath, but we are.
Well, no, it's just like with the fourth wall interviews, right?
Yeah.
I was talking about that last night, how hard it is to get people to come out and do that, because not all of these authors can really get inside the head of the characters they write, which is another thing where I know somebody's good and invested in what they're writing if they can totally get in the head of that character and forget about the book and the process and the printing costs and all that and just be that guy.
Yeah. That's what Kat was saying to me the other night when she was reading. She's like, would this person actually do that? And it was, part for the Cannibal Rednecks thing. And I admit, first thing, when I do a first draft of any of it, I shotgun it. I put it out there, and I just want to get it out. But then I go back through, reread, edit. And I had to think, and I'm like, well, this person, this happened to them, then this happened, and then no, they wouldn't act like that, would they? And so, I go back and I change it. But that's what edits and rereads are for.
Yeah, that's what a wonderful editor's for too.
Yeah,
always
it goes through about 3 or 4 months worth of editing before I even send it to you to proofread.
Yeah, and then I get it. Like this last one, I was really impressed. You did a really good job because that's a lot of pages. There were only like 3 or 4 times where I hit you up and had, hey,
out of over 400, right? I'll take that. I'll take them odds. I've read currently printed published books from famous authors that have and I mistakes in it and everything else, and everybody does make them, so I don't harp on myself as much. But I do appreciate people like you that
this is my problem. I read something that's been reprinted 25 times. And never once did they think to fix the errors in this shit in all those reprints. Yeah, it was just the same error. Like that was there since 1954.
Yeah.
Come on.
I got a book recently. I won't show it to you. It's sitting right here, as a matter of fact. I got a book recently that said we re-lettered the whole thing with a new letterer, a new this, right? And it still has the same spelling mistakes. It still has the same. I'm like, so you literally re-edited this. You re-lettered it and decided, I'm leaving the same misspellings and things like that. And if it was part of a dialogue, like I have people that are drunk, people that are under the influence of, they're in the hospital, they have the medication, so they're going to talk weird.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But this wasn't that situation. This was just vastly misspelled.
See, and if your editor doesn't catch your spelling mistakes, you might need a new editor too. Because look, the editor is the final look, right? The one that's okaying this to go to print. If they have not read it and seen the mistakes and corrected the mistakes, if the proofreader missed something and the editor misses it too, holy crap. Come on, guys. Come on.
That's Marvel
What is up, Dave Brink?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, if you have a spelling issue with it, if you're doing a second print run, fix it. That's not that big a deal. Everybody makes mistakes, and I never fault people for it. It's just, it was funny because they said, like, oh, we re-lettered this. We hired a new letterer, and it was clearly they just copied and pasted.
Yeah, I do want to say thanks, Dave Brink. Great show on Sunday. Great debut on the network. It was fun to watch. I finally got to watch one of Dave's shows because it wasn't on at the same time as the draw stream. Good time. Loved it. Looking forward to more A Drink with Brink every Sunday at 2 p.m. right here. Good stuff.
But yeah, I had an issue with the RPG book. Thanks, boss. I have a collection of like 5 or 6 of these things. I wear this one most because it's the lunchbox. That's just my favorite one.
That's the one he wears at the
Yeah,
cons.
there you go.
Different.
That one was steampunk costume my that we had, and I just liked that hat that much. I'm like, this is mine now. I have a Freddy Krueger one over there because my kid got me that for Christmas. It's got the Freddy Krueger stripes and then the brown leather.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to get a Jason one to see if I get them from that Boston Scally, and they are quite a bit expensive, but yeah.
He said they're hard to find over there.
Really? I don't know where you're at, bud.
He's in the Netherlands, like cute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine.
It's neat. We are worldwide, people. We are international. We are all over. Yes.
But they're fun. I know I've never liked, like, I have baseball hats up there somewhere, but I just don't like their feel. I don't like their look on me. But this one, as soon as it started back when I was, keep in mind, I'm 50 now. But back when I was 20,
young
what's that?
You're a young pup.
I'm still pretty. I can't help that. But yeah, back when I was 20, a buddy of mine took me to this place called Skulls or Caps or something like that. One of those mall hat stores. And it just happened they had one similar to this, a gray with light gray stripes on it. And he's like, try that on. As soon as I put that sucker on, I'm like, yeah, this is my kind of hat. And I've just been addicted to them ever since. For like 30 years, I've been loving these kind of hats. I know it's weird. I know. But that's what.
No,
also when he was saying about doing the print, fixing it up in the second print run, I actually did that with the RPG book because I noticed a couple of errors in it. And there were some things that I wasn't entirely happy with after going through it and running it. So yeah, no, believe me, I completely understand and do that myself.
So you had edits in your game module book after running the game and going, oh, that sucks. I got to fix that.
Yeah.
Nice. See,
because
this
I'm
is
not
another
afraid to
reason
admit when I do something wrong.
Well, this is another reason we do the game demos, even of your own stuff, is so that we can work out the bugs before we sell it, and sometimes we find out afterwards, hey, we could do this or that to improve this. And then the next time you do a print run of that game or whatever, we do the improvement, I mean, that's why we do the demos, so that we know how it plays and how much fun it is or not, if it's a pain in the ass to set up or whatever, right? It's like you have to actually do it in order to know what you're selling people, right? You got to actually do it yourself.
Yeah.
That washing machine again. Listen to that.
See, I can't hear it.
It's over there. Boom, boom, boom. It's out of balance, right? And we replaced the parts that are supposed to keep it in balance, and it's still doing the same shit. So they got us for a couple $100 for nothing. I hate new everything, new cars, new appliances. I hate it all. Back in the day, they made shit to last. Now they make shit to fall apart. So you have to buy another one and another one, or you have to pay an outrageous price to get something fixed. It's ridiculous. What can I do for you, Junior Man?
Hello, Matt. Do you want to watch the exercise?
In a little bit, do I want to watch you work out? In a little bit, I'll work out with you, but I got shows. Okay? All right.
So yeah, like we were saying, this is no longer 439, it's 447 pages, so we gave a bunch extra. Speaking of extras, so for the next one, do you remember this cover from the graphic novel done by Marco?
Yes, I do. Marco DeFillo.
Yes.
Marco.
So I took that and I modified and made it into the novel cover. So this will be the cover for book 3, which is going to come out either later this year or early next year, because I have docs to write yet and RPG book 2 to do and the BSO cookbook. Oh yeah, there. I've heard of downtime, but hey,
He's heard of downtime, but he doesn't know what it is.
I
You
don't
see?
believe in it. I've heard of it, but I don't actually believe in it. Yeah, I found these. Honestly, I found these on Amazon, and I thought, you know what, they look pretty neat, and they have a bunch of different designs. And I thought, I'll grab a bunch of them. I got like 100 or some of them. So hey, we got to get that count up so I can give away all these bookmarks. Got to get this up so I can give away bookmarks. And yeah, I put the tassels on them, of course, because they came with just the holes. And I'm gonna throw them in each box. I just thought they were neat, because I always planned on doing the standard Slaughterville bookmark. But when I saw these, I'm like, yeah, I got to get a set. I got to get them. I'd stand up and get them, but I'm fat, and then they're up there, and I don't want to show anybody that. Let's see. The same with
Not a whole lot of time left, people. You
No.
got 10 minutes. You better get some if you want some. And yes, the coffin bookmarks are awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get the cover sticker of this main cover. That's already here, ready to go. If you want the signature thing, right? I've had some people say they don't want it, and some people say that they do. So I'll put that in the survey questions. Like, hey, if you want the signature, here's what just tell me what name you want me to put there. And we did unlock the McKenna sticker because I wanted one too, so that's good. And
for those of you, I just want to throw this out there. For those of you who say no, they don't want their book signed, 20 years from now, 40, 50 years from now, when you're gone and somebody's in the Goodwill and they pluck this Slaughterville book off the shelf because I wonder what this is, and they open it up and they see an autograph, that's a major score for a reader. Get it signed on the inside anyway. Just get it signed. Down the road somewhere, somebody's going to end up with that book in their hand, and they're going to be eternally grateful that you got that book signed.
And I don't just put my name. Like, I know some people I just quick scribble the name in. I put in, everyone is a literal custom signature. I'll write something to you about you. I'll put some quotes from the town in, and I try to make them as different as I possibly can. But yeah, I actually personalize them. So I mean, it's just something I like to do. But this audiobook thing, honestly, I think if I break up the pieces and if we send it to people and we can get it recorded pieces at a time, I mean, I understand I'll be paying people for their voice work. I think I might just have to fund this myself if we can't hit this, because I really want to get that OTR thing out there. I might do the first book and then we'll jump in, because you got to have the first book done.
Well,
so I'll probably do book 1 first, The Beast Within. I'll get that all recorded because I want to see it, and it'll be good practice. And then we'll do book 2. But I want it to sound as old time radio as possible.
Yeah,
that's my goal. I think I'm just going to do it.
Look, you don't have to. I'll tell you right now, you don't have to pay me to be Dante. Pops loves to be Dante. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to pay me for that. I'm just saying.
I wonder if for these games that I do, if people are less likely to read, but they'd watch a video of it, or they'd listen to an audio of it. You know what I mean? And then they'd make their choice.
Well, I mean, I'd love to do the Choose Your Own Adventure as a live stream and get the fans to interact with it.
That would be neat. Actually play it and then say, okay, here's the main decision. What would you do? We'll see you next week. That would be cool. Shoot. I almost cursed. I got it. That's going to be a good one for next time. We got to do that for the next one, because I like the idea of the choose your own adventure, play the game thing. But if we're actually playing as the characters, and then at these big decision points, we just stop and say to the people, "What do you want to do?"
Yeah,
and they make that choice then, and then we just continue our game next time, and we do 4 parts of it because there's 4 weeks per campaign for each campaign, and then we unlock the stuff as we. That would be neat. Holy crap!
Just keep them wheels turning, buddy, because you know where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know exactly where I'm at.
That's dangerous for me to do that kind of stuff. I could do this all day. Sorry, yeah.
It's okay. Lori, if you're watching, I'm going to be setting your show up to go up at 11:10.
6 little minutes.
10. That way I have time to set it up on Pilled and Rumble before your show starts. So,
Oh, my coffee's gone.
Changing everything to 11:10.
Sorry, Laura. I mean, I can stop now if you want.
No. We already talked. She's good with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We talked about it a long time ago, actually.
Okay.
But I'm setting her up right now for Pilled and Rumble. And of course, you got to set them up separately before the show. I got to wait till Rumble show ends before I can set up the new show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same way with Pilled. You got to wait till the one that's running ends before you can set up the next one. So when this ends, and like I said, we will be ending this abruptly as soon as that counter goes down. I want to thank everybody for watching and sharing. If you have anybody that's a horror fan, you need to tell them about this. You need to tell them right now. Will there be late backers?
Yeah, always. Yep.
Okay.
And I'll leave it open for a couple of weeks because that's when the Kickstarter funds come in, and then and then I'll use the Kickstarter pledge manager, assuming I get in on this one, and we'll enable, what do they call them, late pledges through that. Yep.
So you'll still be able to get it, people. Don't freak out.
4 minutes. Freak out now. No. Speaking of freaking out, I'm doing it. Boom.
You're doing it. You're doing what? Freaking out?
No. So yeah, Facebook popped up and showed me some of my old pictures, and I'm like, I gotta share those. You can be jealous.
Look at this
that mullet.
That's amazing. Look at this.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I definitely don't look like that anymore.
I have shown pictures of my childhood. Have shown. If you didn't get it then, you're not getting it.
Yep.
I tried really hard to be really cool.
Uh-huh.
You know, I had an uncle that was like, this is the 70s, mind you, not the 50s, but dude was like Fonzie.
Okay.
Okay. Everything fucking worked for dude, right? Everything. Luckiest son of a bitch on earth, right? But that was a hard live up to. You see what I'm saying? It's like my uncle, everybody in the neighborhood thinks my uncle is the coolest dude in the world. How do I fill those shoes? How do I be that cool? How can I be that guy? You see, so that was my whole childhood, was living up to somebody else's image.
Yeah.
You know? It'd have been fine if dude lived on the other side of the nation, but no, he lived right there around the corner. And all my friends knew him. God, your uncle's so cool. Fuck him. I'm cool too. I got the same genes, yo. It was a rough life. It was rough living up to that dude. Everybody knew him. He was the cool guy. You know. Come on, people. 2 minutes. Let me get one new backer. One. Come on. I know we have.
I thought for sure we would have hit 50.
I know we do have people here that can actually read, so you know.
Not me. I can't read.
I never learned to read. I've been waiting to use that line. I've been waiting for somebody during a live show to go, Pops, I want you to review my book. And I'm going to go, but I never learned to read. I will proofread your book. I will not review it. I will not edit it. I will proofread your book. Chris knows I'm good at it. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you, I don't think this is where the story's supposed to go. It doesn't flow good. I'm not going to give you none of that shit. That's an editor's job. My job is to make sure the words are right and the punctuation's right. And, you know, Now look, now he's trying to get all smooth.
How you
Look
feel
at
about that one? That was my 90s picture, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now you got me looking, damn it. What do I
You
got?
get a kick out of that one.
I don't think I got anything handy this old. Sorry. Nice try, though.
Yeah, I'll get you one day.
I do have some like ones from like my 20s
Mm-hmm.
with my hot rods and stuff. But, you know, nobody wants to see that. What, boy? What?
Just did 100 reps.
100 reps of what?
Like 8 pound.
8-pound curls?
Yeah.
50 in each hand?
No.
100 with one hand? You better go do 100 with the other hand.
No, I did this.
Yeah, curls.
50 each.
Okay, that's what I said. 50 with one hand? You said no.
Well, I thought you meant like a 50 bar.
No, dude. No, I know your little 70-pound ass ain't lifting no 50-pound.
Well, I did this 100 times.
You
but-
did it 100 times.
Yeah, so like
This guy right here. You did 100 reps, guys. 100 reps.
of 8 pounds, so that's 800. That's 800 pounds.
You moved 800 pounds?
Technically,
Technically.
if 8 times 100 is 800, right?
This dude has the literally and the technically down. He drops it shit on you all the time. Literally. All right, we got to end this show. Get out the way so Lori can do hers. Thanks for watching, everybody. For those of you who shared out, thank you. Well, hi, Murphy. Murphy with the bucket on his head.
The cone of shame. The cone of shame.
Yeah, it sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. Chris, as always, thanks. I will see you on Thursday morning, my friend.
Absolutely.
And that Thursday morning stream will be up on the Roku preview. So that will be our Roku debut for the Madness Gaming with Chris Brown. Hope everybody tunes in.
Not nervous at all.
Not nervous at all. No, it's the same old, same old. We just
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
we just be uploading that one to the big show. The big show.
Yep.
We're going to the pigs, guys. We're going to the pigs.
All right. We'll catch you in a while. Thanks again for everybody that stopped in and appreciate what you did.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody. I don't even know what. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Bye. Oh, well, I'm going to play this first. Okay. Bye.
Hi, I'm Lori Calcaterra from the Tuesday Morning Brew, and I have a hot take for you. My friends, I am tired of remix, reboot, recycle, sequel, prequel. Aren't you? Like, where is all the new stuff? I want to know what's new in comics, in movies, in novels, and music. But for that, my friend, you gotta go to indie. Here on the Tuesday Morning Brew, we like to go right to the source. I interview indie creators, writers, artists, musicians, novelists, actors, you name it. They're all on the show, and it helps us keep a pulse on what's new, what's poppin', and what people are passionate about. Join us on Roku every week and other platforms live on Tuesdays. And no matter if you're drinking coffee tea, or the tears of your readers, make sure you tune in to the Tuesday Morning Brew.
I'll tell you, I'm at Steel City Comic Con. You're watching me at Madness Comic Network. What a crowd.
Love it.